Steph, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone.
2025 is here.
Yeah.
What the heck? How did it creep up on us like that?
It came quick.
What is this episode going to be about?
Interior design fails.
Okay.
Specifically fireplaces.
I tend to cut you off, huh? I'm a jerk, huh?
No.
I'm a jerk, huh?
No,
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
it's good
your
to
family's
have
watching.
that.
They're like, hey, let her talk. Shut up, fool. Nobody wants to hear you. Trying to go back to the one with the black thing across again so we can see it again, so we see how hideous it is.
No, it's actually pretty bad.
That word tacky. This is a good example of that.
Yes,
It's tacky.
Yeah,
Tacky.
it doesn't.
They didn't need to do that design on top of the bricks like that. They didn't have to do that. It's like you're mixing in modern and traditional, and I think that that's where the clashing is happening.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
They're trying to like mix the styles, and it just doesn't.
Yeah, just because you
tie
like
well.
it, you shouldn't have it.
Exactly. Okay, so this is
This one's very common.
yeah,
Very,
I've
very,
seen this
very
done a
common.
lot.
Huh?
Yeah, you see this a lot.
This is our opinion from what we've seen over the years. I've been in the business 20 years. You've been in the business like 10 years. It's because you're hanging out with your dad since you were like 3 years old.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just saying, like, it's. I'm just saying, like, you.
Suddenly I'm 13. The math was not mathing.
All right. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
It is.
It is. Huh?
Steph, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone.
2025 is here.
Yeah.
What the heck? How did it creep up on us like that? It literally
It
was
was too
crawling
quick.
towards us like, hey, I'm right behind you. 2025, here I come. And then it got me.
It came quick.
It was too fast.
Yeah.
Too fast. Okay, Steph, what is this episode going to be about?
I think you're gonna like it. We're gonna be talking about interior design fails.
Okay.
Specifically fireplaces.
Fireplaces, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying people make a lot of mistakes when they put their fireplaces together or what?
Yeah, it should be simple, but I think people overcomplicate it, and then they just don't execute it correctly sometimes.
Okay. So we're going to see some ugly fireplaces, is what you're saying. Ugly ones, huh?
Uglies.
Damn. You think it's going to hurt some feelings? You think people are going to get all offended?
I mean, it is what it is. If they have, well, this is to help them. You know,
is it to help them?
Yeah, we're gonna try to help them fix that.
Okay, so this time we're going to
design
help
fail.
them.
Yes.
The other times, I just like criticizing people's houses usually.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. It's fun.
I don't
but
like helping them, though. Why should we help them?
It's bad out there. I'm telling you, the design is pretty.
You know what? Ever since you came into our company, I feel like you added that nice side of our company. I think you softened up the content because I was really mean. I was really mean before you.
I think it's
You
sometimes.
softened me up, Steph.
Yeah, I think just people
You
take
softened
it
me up.
personal. They take it too personal.
I don't
sometimes,
care.
and-
I'll still tell them how it is. I'll still tell them how it is, Steph. But you know what? We're gonna help them. We're gonna help them on this one. So, okay. So the first one we're looking at. Is this the first one, Johnny? This is it, Johnny? All right, bro. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Okay.
What you got, Steph? What is this? What are we looking at?
We're looking at some board and batten that's
Okay.
on top of the fireplace,
Okay.
and they used bricks. Looks like they.
That white
Yeah.
fireplace is originally a regular color brick,
Yeah.
probably, and they went and they painted it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why they painted it white? Do you have any reason, like in your head? Do you know why they painted it white? Let's
They
see.
probably
I'm
just-
curious to see what you think.
They probably didn't like the red, like original color of the brick, and they wanted to go with like, from what I see, and the rest of the room, they have like very farmhousey. You know, they're trying to achieve that kind of look,
What does
But it looks
farmhouse
sad.
consist of, Steph?
like rustic looks usually, like rustic woods, warm colors. I think warm colors would be great for like farmhouse because then you kind of bring in the essence of it, you know, kind of like that warm feel, like where it's very homey and cozy. I think that's what farmhouse is supposed to feel like, right?
Yeah.
Like a house out in the country.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to tell you what I think, okay?
Yeah.
I think the reason why people painted their bricks, and I know a lot of people that painted them white.
Yeah.
The reason why people painted them white, in my opinion, is because they had a lot of gray colors playing. There's a lot of gray involved in the design.
Yeah.
And they feel forced to go into a white brick because they got gray everywhere.
Yeah.
So how are you going to let a red brick just stick out there like a sore thumb? How do you kind of make it blend in? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think that's one of the reasons why people have painted them white.
Yeah, but I mean, the first mistake were the floors, but we're not here to talk about the floors.
We'll talk about the floors in another episode.
Yeah.
All right. So do we have an example of what it should have looked like?
We do. Again, like I don't want people to feel like, oh, they've lost hope. They can't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
There's ways to do this and achieve a good look with like white bricks. It's just not this one because it looks too busy, right? You have a lot going on top of the fireplace. Yeah,
too many lines up there. I think what you're saying, I agree with you. I tend to cut you off, huh? I'm a jerk, huh?
No.
I'm a jerk, huh?
No,
I'm pretty
I think
sure
it's good
your
to
family's
have
watching.
that.
They're like, hey, let her talk. Shut up, fool. Nobody wants to hear you.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I appreciate the feedback. But yeah, it just looks busy because bricks adds a bunch of lines too, you know? And then you're just adding those lines on top. And then they added that black mantle piece over there.
They painted it black, yeah.
Yeah. It just looks kind of
boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Johnny, shoot over to the next one. Let's see what it should have looked like. Okay. So you got the lines at the top of the fireplace.
So
tell me about this.
We're going to have two separate pictures. This one is going to be to kind of demonstrate how to use that board and batten, like those accents on the walls on top of the fireplace.
Yeah. Very symmetrical.
Right. The symmetry just makes it look more appealing to the eye and just more elegant, right? Because they have a nice crown molding at the top. The mantle is a little more accentuated as well.
Yeah.
And decorative.
I like it.
So
I like it.
That's usually how you're supposed to use board and batten. It's more so like a classic or transitional style.
Yeah.
And then there they added like a mosaic, but I think we have a picture as well that shows like the white brick.
You're saying the white brick is painted?
Yeah, it's a white painted brick.
Like that?
Yes.
Okay.
This is another way to actually add in white bricks to a fireplace. And
but the bricks went up all the way to the wall.
It looks good when you do it all the way up to the wall like that. It just seems more elegant that way rather than just having that small portion and then having something else kind of cut it off.
Yeah.
More consistent.
Yeah, look, I like it this way. It looks, it's just like we always say, you try to keep the original character of the house. Try your best not to modernize it, you know, because you know, I get it. We're modern. We're in the future, but certain characteristics of a house should keep that, that character. When you paint a brick white, it does modernize the space.
It does. It makes it look bigger, but you need to add that pop of color in the mantle. Yeah, the wood color. Yes. I like the wood color. But don't paint it black. Don't paint it black. The wood, that wood mantle thing that you're talking about, that goes across, don't paint it black. Because like that one that we were just looking at has like that wooden mantle, and it kind of flows nicely with that farmhouse look. Yeah, and if you notice, that wood floor ties in nicely with the baskets. Yes. With that wood thing going across, and then and then everything just ties in nicely. Very nice. But see, I like that a lot of people, I know we've talked about this in the past. People like to invite black into it, the color black, right? But if you notice, in that hole that we're seeing right there, we're seeing that area is all black, right? I don't see anything wrong with that color being black like that. Yeah, I like that. It looks clean. Yeah, it looks really nice. I'm the worst. Anyways, but what I'm saying is, even in the little candlesticks, Lucky Johnny, zoom in. You see the little candlesticks, how they're black? Yeah. So they add in those accents here and there, but being the black as being the focal point, it's just taking away the attention of everything. It's like, what is that black line going across? It's very hit or miss if you have like a black mantle, Yeah, yeah. Especially for farmhouse, because then it starts to feel a little more industrial than farmhouse.
Yeah. Johnny, go back to the one with the black thing across again so we could see it again. So we see how hideous it is.
No, it's actually pretty bad. Like those lines on top of the fireplace reminds you of like 2013 when everyone was wearing like chevron and herringbone like clothing and they thought it was so trendy and edgy. Oh yeah.
Well, you're in the fashion world. You know, I don't know nothing about what you're saying.
So those little lines up there just feels kind of cheesy.
You know, who was it? Someone was saying that I think it's regardless. That word tacky. This is a good example of that. It's tacky.
Yeah,
tacky.
It doesn't.
They didn't need to do that design on top of the bricks like that. They didn't have to do that. They didn't. They should have got those little thin bricks. Listen to what I'm gonna say. They should have got the little thin bricks and installed them there to make it look like if it was going up all the way up to the wall. Right. They should have did that. Yeah. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think
it would look a little more original.
Just do like brick all the way up.
Yeah, or just don't do those lines. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. I'm gonna get stuck here talking about it. All right. Where are we at?
That one was actually really nice.
I love that one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a fireplace with shiplap.
Okay.
Black shiplap.
And explain to people, what is shiplap? Is it shiplap?
Shiplap.
Shiplap.
Yes.
Like a ship and sitting on your lap. Is that how it goes? Okay, shiplap. Okay. So what is shiplap for people that don't know what you're saying? What is shiplap?
So shiplap is going to be just like this wooden board that goes across all the way.
So there's thin strips
just,
that
looks very stripy. Looks very stripy, right? So this is also very hit or miss, right?
Yeah.
It's not too bad, but I think it could have looked better had they chosen a different fireplace. So they also have like the walls really plain. It doesn't look symmetrical either because they have like
the frames on the right.
Frames on one side and then nothing on the other side.
They should have put some frames. It didn't have to be photos. It could have been just like regular frames with, maybe like a picture of some, it could be anything. Right. Images of different parts of the world. They don't matter as long as it could have had some symmetry on this side, like you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
But the biggest thing that really sticks out to me, that I guarantee this house is a traditional style home. I could see the characteristics of this house. I see the crown molding at the top. I see this house has a traditional feel, but I keep seeing the elongated fireplaces like that. It's like you're mixing in modern and traditional, and I think that's where the clashing is happening.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
They're trying to like mix the styles, and it just doesn't.
Yeah, just because you like it, you shouldn't have it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Can't have it all.
No. Okay. How should they have fixed up this area? If they could have redid it again, how should this have looked? Let's see, Johnny.
Let's see.
Okay, that's a white version of it.
Yeah, that's the white version of that.
But they're gonna think that looks okay though to them. They're gonna think that looks good.
It's not terrible.
Okay.
But it's not like it's supposed to be the focal point when you walk into the room and you're just like, wow, you know? And this is just not giving that. It's not giving that wow factor,
Yeah. It's giving me like Tetris vibes. Like you got, a rectangle here, then a line here, and then a box at the top.
Yeah. So what they did here is they put the shiplap on the walls next to it, right? Which kind of adds that depth.
Next to windows too. Is that windows next to it? A window and a window, and then they did that. Oh, I like that. That looks nice.
But they just made sure it was like very symmetrical, right? And then they added like a nice wood mantle. So
yes, it's not black and it's not white.
No, the other one had black.
Yes.
Like the very first one we were looking at, that was like, it's very dark.
Yes.
So it doesn't stand out.
You're right. It just looks like a box, a black box.
Yeah. Like they just painted the wall black and then put the fireplace in it.
Yeah. Another thing that I'm noticing here, the reason why this looks more classic is because the fireplace, even though it's an insert, a lot of people can buy these inserts nowadays, these fireplaces that you can insert in the wall and it looks like a fireplace. I like this because it looks more classic because it's square.
And they added brick in the fireplace.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, but this is an insert though.
Yeah.
This is not real. This is something someone bought off Amazon and just stuck it in there.
Yeah.
This is not a real fireplace.
Nice. It looks nice though.
It looks nice. I agree. But the square fireplace is one of the most original looking fireplaces ever existed. Every house that was built, they were building these nice square or even circular, oval. Yeah. They were never long like that. So it looks kind of funny. It looks kind of like modern.
It just looks awkward, the long piece like
yeah,
that, you know?
Yeah. And I get it. They're trying to modernize it, but I think.
But then it also, if you have it sitting low, like too low, I feel like it doesn't look good. I think that's what was going on in the first picture where they had it kind of sitting low. It just looks so proportioned right here like that.
Yeah.
Especially with the piece of art on the top. I think people should invest in art.
Instead of TVs.
Yeah. Or if they get the TV, nowadays they're making the TV where you could put the frame around it.
Oh, yeah. That looks amazing. You're right. I have seen that. It looks nice.
Yeah. Because like you see the TV like that, you're like, oh, immediately they're gonna watch football or something.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Okay, so this is
this one's very common.
Yeah,
very common. Huh?
Yeah. You see this a lot.
So here's a mix of they have traditional color floors, gray walls, okay, prison color walls, and then they have the stacked stone that's gray. So their goal here, Steph, I'm gonna tell you how I really feel about this. They painted this beautiful little wood accent piece that was supposed to be a mantle. They painted it black or gray, whatever they wanted to do here, just so that the stacked stone and the walls match, but the floors are bright orange. Look at that.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It doesn't make sense. And then they have like what, a piece of tile there in front of the.
It just looks like it looks. You know what that is? That's actually absolute black granite.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It's granite. Which I don't see a problem so much with the one on the floor.
It just kind of reminds me of like a basketball court for some reason, like a mini basketball court. You see it?
Yeah, you should put the courts on both sides.
You put the little tiny hoops
on both sides. That's so true.
Yeah,
but it's just random, is what you're saying. It's just so random.
It feels out of place.
Yeah, I agree. So okay, what do you think they should have done here though? What do you think? You see the floors are traditional. What should they have done?
Honestly, they should have just like used a larger stone for the wall. Well, they shouldn't have put like
you're saying the little mini stacked stone. This is called, for people that are wondering, what is this called? This is a ledger panel.
Ledger panel.
Stacked stone ledger panel.
And they usually come in 6x24.
Yes.
Really thin.
Yeah, and they interlock.
Yeah.
Like that, like a puzzle.
I just think when you have that really small ledger panel, it just looks busy. Yeah, and there's bigger ones that look nicer.
Yeah.
And it makes the area look bigger. It's less of like an eyesore, you know?
Yeah. You told me too that you said that this type of stone looks good on a fireplace outside.
Yes.
Not on a fireplace.
Yeah. Or like on a barbecue.
What did I just say? I said fireplace outside? My bad.
Well,
that's what I meant to say.
No, but that would look good on a fireplace that's outside.
So you're saying this is meant to be outside?
I feel like it fits more
It looks better outside.
Yeah.
On the outside, like on a fire. On a, what is it called?
A barbecue.
A barbecue pit going around it. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like the small ledger panels inside.
They're too skinny.
Yeah, they're too skinny. And those look like they're harder to clean than the other bigger stuff.
Man. So yeah, you're right. Another thing, if you know, when you have a fireplace, the smoke kind of comes out a little bit. It'll probably leave that smoky residue on the stack stone. That'd be annoying to clean.
Yeah. You have to seal those and everything.
Yeah.
Which you're gonna have to do with the bigger stone anyways, but the bigger stones don't have the same texture, so they're easier to clean.
All right. So here's what you're saying. They should have done this. If you're gonna have a stone, like, you know, cobblestone fireplace or any stone of anything on the fireplace, it should look like this.
Yes. And it should, well, this one is off the ground as well. It's a little higher. So it looks better.
It does look better.
Right?
Yeah.
They could have done that, possibly. I don't know if that's like a new build, but if it was like a new build, that's what they should have done. Raised up the fireplace a little bit.
Oh, I see. You're right. That's probably why they put that thing on the ground.
Yeah.
Because they don't want the fire to come out or to burn the floor.
Yeah, when you have it that low, it's riskier.
Yeah.
More likely that, you know, you're going to have like little pieces of ash flying out. And the other one, it's a little higher up, so it's going to keep it in that front portion.
And I'm going to point out, look at this fireplace. Do you see the little mantle, how it blends in?
Yeah.
Versus being an eyesore, like you were saying? If that would have been black, it would have took my eyes away from the fireplace being inside. You see the beautiful design they did inside the fireplace?
Yeah, the herringbone.
Yes, that looks amazing inside there.
Looks
but if
great.
it would have been a black, they would have painted that black, it would have took me away from seeing inside there, and it would have focused on looking at that being all black. It would have, you know, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, Yeah, it flows.
Yes.
Has nice flow.
I like it.
You could do black sometimes, but this is not one of those situations. When you already have like a stone on the fireplace that has a bunch of color, you kind of have to stick with one of the colors.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Let's go, Johnny. What's the next one? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly. Look at. I don't even pay attention to the hole in the fireplace.
The mantle is like.
The mantle's like what I see.
Yeah.
You know.
And then the live, laugh, love sign on top. What does it say? Does it actually say that?
I don't know what it says. It just says like, oh, we love our family and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can read love. Just love.
This family is filled with love.
What does it say? Above all.
What does it say?
Oh, it's okay. So it's a verse. It's a verse. But
it's a Bible verse?
Yeah, I just don't. Okay. I don't like the format, if that makes sense.
It just gives you that farmhouse feel you're talking about, like the live, love, laugh.
Which I know that's what they were going for. You see like the rustic.
Yeah, I could see it.
You could see the chalk painted door next to it.
You're right, on the right. I see it.
Yeah, so that's, and then the pillow says farmers right there. So that's, yeah, they were going for farmhouse, but
yeah,
I don't like the shiplap right above.
That's another one. Yeah, you were telling me about.
It looks awkward. It looks weird because there's
just random.
Yeah, and then the brick is going like this. It's going vertical on top of that, and then it's going horizontal next to it. It just looks like too much.
You know what I would have done to this? I don't like either one of them, Steph.
Yeah, I don't
like either one of them. But if I had to have one of them, okay, I wouldn't go with the white fireplace, and I wouldn't paint the wood mantle thing black.
Yeah,
I would have left it the color of wood.
Yeah,
you know, and then I would have left the bricks the way they are. I don't see anything wrong with that fireplace. The problem is that they painted it black.
Right. What they could have done too, if they didn't want it to be, if they didn't want the color of the bricks to be too like concentrated,
or reddish or whatever,
they could have whitewashed it and changed the grout. You know.
What'd you say?
Whitewash it.
Yeah. Look, Johnny, you're gonna have to find an image of a brick fireplace that's been washed. It's like a brick. It looks like that brick, but it's been washed like with white paint, and it looks more like brick. It's not painted white.
It just looks like it's older, and it
just
has
looks like a worn brick.
Yeah,
and it looks really nice.
And what helps is like that it fills the line, like the lines, the joints between the bricks are white. Yeah. So and it makes it stand out a little more, but it ties in with that whole farmhouse look.
So I think that's what this episode is about. I feel like people, they want us to help them and give them the true advice, and we're doing that right now. We're telling them this is what not to do. This is how I would do it. And at the end of the day, this is our opinion from what we've seen over the years. I've been in the business 20 years. You've been in the business like 10 years. It's because you're hanging out with your dad since you were like 3 years old.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just saying like it's I'm just saying like you
Suddenly I'm 13. The math was not mathy.
You know what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah.
Okay, to clarify, you've been hanging out with your dad since you were 13.
Yeah.
And filling in the nail holes.
Yeah.
And obviously 10 years later, she's been in the business. It's obviously 10 years. Okay. All right. It's clear. Okay. Her dad's gonna come in here and beat my ass. Like, what'd you say? Okay. Here. Okay. So this is. What do you think about this? Do you like this?
I think it looks beautiful like that. You know, the wood mantle has its color there. If you want to paint it white, you're like stuck on that. This is the way to do it.
Yes. This is farmhouse.
Yes.
This is the safest and the most, I would say this is like the safest way to do farmhouse right here. Yes, I get it. Some people are living on a farm somewhere. Okay. And this is how their house looks, but this is how it should look.
Yes. Yes. I think it looks great like that. I love that they added the molding at the top too, because then if you just like kind of take the brick all the way up to the ceiling, then it looks kind of harsh. There's no like transition.
I like that they did that like cove. What is it? What am I saying here? I like that they did the crown top. I like that. That looks very, very classic, very elegant, but still farmhouse. And I don't feel like this is going to go out of style.
No.
And I like that they left the insert inside the fireplace is black. See, that's good. That's safe.
It feels more timeless like that, you know? And then the the piece of art that they added on top was more so like an aged wood.
Yeah, it's just hanging out.
So it adds that nice pop of color.
Yeah.
Not that I have nothing against those little signs, biblical verses. It's nice and cute and everything, but it doesn't belong everywhere.
No, it shouldn't be everywhere.
In that format, not in that format.
Yeah.
You know?
And then they have wood floors. The wood looks kind of like it looks like a beige, kind of like a grayish beige color, more beige than gray floor. It's a wood
warm.
floor, kind of worn.
Yeah,
it looks kind of
it matches the mantle. Yeah,
you're right. It matches the mantle.
Mm-hmm. It's nice.
So I do like this one. I agree. Let's keep going. What do we got next? Oof. Damn, this is 2001, bro.
It's ugly.
Ay, ay, ay. There's a mix of a lot of things going on. Is that fishes, bro? What is that?
Yeah, I think it's fish.
Fish? And what's on the left and the right of that?
I don't get the vibe.
Dude, that's giving me I'm at the you know when you go to the theaters and they have those lights on the walls?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That gives me that vibe on the left and the right there.
Yeah.
That looks crazy.
They could have used sconces.
Dude, those are the ugliest sconces I've ever seen in my life. What is that?
But not those.
Dude, that looks like a shoe, some nice a horseshoe, dude. What is that?
Or like if you cut a bowl in half, you just stick it on there.
Like it looks like a cereal bowl with a horseshoe.
Like a Tupperware, like a plastic Tupperware cut in half.
But the point of what we're saying in this one is they added too much. It's too personalized. And this is something that I think people don't understand, Steph. I get it. It's your house. I get it. Okay? But when you personalize it to the point where you can't bring it back, that's the problem, Steph. I'm talking, they said, the wood floors, I have no problem with the wood floors, Steph.
Mm-hmm.
But that mantle is from 1964.
Nice mantle.
Beautiful mantle.
It just doesn't belong.
But then you have gray tile from 2020, okay, or marble, whatever it is. And then they have traditional style floors.
You could tell
it's just all mixed in here. I don't know. Every era that was trending popped up in here somehow.
Yeah. I don't even know if this is like personalized.
No,
there's just no taste. There's just no taste. There was no taste when they thought about this.
Okay, the fish. What is that? Have you ever seen this before? I'm not saying this could be some ancient artifact that is worth millions of dollars, but it's still personalized. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
how does this? How I don't know where this come from? A thrift store? I don't know.
I don't know what style they were going for though. Like you can't tell what their objective was.
Exactly. What is going on here?
And then they have pressed edge tiles.
Where?
That is so 2009. Pressed edge tiles.
Oh, where the edges are kind of round?
Yeah. You can tell because of the way they grouted it.
Oh, damn. You're right. I can see that. But I guess where I'm so confused is gray marble with a mahogany colored.
That's whack.
That wood thing. And then I'm so confused. I'm confused.
I don't like it. And then the fireplace is just like an awkward small size.
Yeah.
Like very awkward and small.
It's pretty square.
It's squared.
Pretty square.
That was the only thing they did right, but the size just wasn't it.
Okay, so how should they have done it? Let's see.
They could have done larger tiles or a slab.
Less grout lines.
Actually figure out a color palette because you're mixing
gray,
cold and warm, and it just doesn't make sense. Like the floors are very warm, and then you go with the cold gray.
Yep.
And then
red mantle. It's like a mahogany color.
Brown mantle.
It's like red and brown, no?
Yeah. It's like espresso.
Okay, here's another ugly one.
Yeah. This one is atrocious. Again, like you need to talk to your contractors. Like who is tiling these things?
No, you know what it is, Steph, and I told you this before.
The format of the tile?
The homeowner expects the contractor to tell them what to do with their house.
Contractors, a lot of them are not designers. They don't have that like vision that the homeowner has or that designers have, where they pay attention to detail like, oh, actually this tile goes with this one
too.
Or this connects.
Yeah.
So they're going to tile it however they're going to tile it if you leave them alone.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
even the design looks crazy. Like if you see like the designs of the tiles, like at the top they meet up and then at the bottom there's lines.
It's supposed to be an onyx.
Yeah.
But I think onyx looks better when it's a slab.
Yeah. What's a slab? People don't know what you're saying. A slab of what? What is that?
Slab
you're saying
is
a
just
whole
like
piece.
a huge piece. Huge piece. So it's more seamless.
So this should have been a full piece of stone. No lines.
No lines. That's like the best way to do it.
Yeah, if
Now,
you're gonna do this.
if you can't afford a slab, there are larger format tiles now that are like 36 by 96 or things like that.
They make
like
porcelain slabs, Steph.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
make porcelain slabs
Yeah.
now. They don't have to go for the stone. The stone is expensive.
Yeah. And then you're going to want to book match it so it doesn't look like this, where it's a whole
Just a bunch of
mess.
lines everywhere. Let's show them what it should look like. Let's see. Let's go on to the next. Boom. When you talk about book matching, that right there is a good example of what you're saying. I have a feeling there's a seam in the middle there, right? Real tight.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
There's always a seam. There's going to be a seam. But usually, like, the guys that install slabs, like the fabricators, it's not the same tile guy. It's a fabricator that does this.
Say that again. Say that again. They don't understand what you're saying, Steph.
It's not a tile guy that would do something like this. It's a fabricator.
So a fabricator is someone that knows how to work with countertop stone. And a contractor tile guy is a guy that works with tile on the floor and in the showers.
Yes.
They shouldn't be touching your fireplace if you want full sheets of stone, is what you're saying.
Yes, yes. Okay. Because the fabricators are the ones that know how to make that seam disappear.
Mm.
If he's good.
Real tight seam.
If they're good at what they do.
So right here, to tell them this is porcelain slab on the left, a porcelain slab on the right. They're book match, and they seam them nice and close together. It looks like one big piece, and they made a really nice design that matches on both sides.
And then there's another thing that goes into this process, and it's like they have to go and basically frame out what piece they want out of the slab. You can do that.
Oh, wow.
They go do, what is it called? The where they put the tape out. They tape it out for you.
You're talking about the template.
The template. There we go.
Yep. You're talking about the template. That's when you can choose the design and you can choose how you want your marble to appear in your countertop, on your fireplace, in your shower walls. This is what you need. You need a stone guy, not a towel guy. Because the towel guy, he doesn't know what this is. You know? So, damn, we're giving them, Stephanie, we're giving too much game for free, bro. This is too much. Why are we being this nice this time, Steph? Why are we letting them see this insider stuff from our industry, bro?
I feel bad for those people that just don't get it. You know what I mean? Like,
they gotta call you and ask for help, Steph.
Yeah.
I think that I've been bagging on them so long that now they're getting the help and they're gonna be in shock that we're really being this nice and telling them how to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I loved it. I love this fireplace. Another thing that you probably didn't point out, but I am going to point out, another thing that these special stone guys are good at, they're able to, where they polish out. If you notice, zoom in on the fireplace, Johnny, they polish out that whole piece, and they literally use like, I think it's like 5 different blades on a Makita, and they polish that all out. That's all hand polished. There's no quarter rounds here. There's no little pencil liners. This is all seamless. It looks amazing. It looks like someone I
think they use like a water jet or something.
Water jet.
Something
I'm just saying, I'm just saying that there was a lot of detail here.
Yes.
This is not a towel guy.
No.
Like you said, a water jet machine or whatever. I'm just saying there's no quarter rounds here. Everything's clean. Everything's finished. Even the edges on the right, on the left of the fireplace, there's no quarter rounds hanging on the sides.
Yeah.
People try to do it and shortcut it and go to a big box store and find all the quarter rounds and try to create this.
And then it looks tacky.
And it looks like crap.
Yep.
It looks like crap. Let's be realistic. Let's go. Let's get to the next one. All right.
That's another great way to do it. They added a nice mantle.
I love that. That looks beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put your TV. You know, you want your TV, you want to watch TV, cool. But look at that fireplace.
If you want to stretch your head like
that. Huh?
If you want to stretch your head like that.
Yeah, you're going to be looking like that. But the fireplace looks dope.
Yeah.
I like the way that they, this is another example of the same thing. They did the porcelain slabs and they put a seam in the middle, and I like the way that they line up like this. It'd be kind of like that
it's
V.
book match.
Yeah,
it all mirrors together.
I like that. That looks so nice.
I love the
elegant.
mantle.
Oh, look at the ceiling.
Yeah. Oh, that's
what style is this? Kind of luxurious, huh?
Yeah,
very elegant.
It's very glam.
I like that. Glam. Yeah, I like that. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. And the wood floors look amazing.
Yeah.
Natural color.
Yeah.
I love that.
It all ties in together really nicely.
Balance. You don't see a lot of black.
Yeah.
Just because people get caught up in it. I'm telling you, they get caught up in it. Like, oh, we should have did this fireplace black because we like black accents. Nah, dude, you don't have to do that. Your TV's already black. You know what I mean?
I mean, they could do like a black slab of a nice stone.
That has some movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. They could have done that.
Like a Nero Marquina or a Black Tempest, you know?
Yeah, you're
like
right.
that would look nice. But that's just a totally different style, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's go to the next. What do we got? Oh, damn, what is this?
That's ugly.
Stephanie, what is this, Stephanie? What's going on?
You see the floors? They got the paint all over the floor.
I don't know what's going on here, Steph.
Jeez. So you could tell that the fireplace was white?
I don't know what happened.
And then they painted it black? And then it's just so flat and boring. There's no texture to this. Or there's no depth. There's nothing.
It's just ugly.
It's just
ugly,
flat and
Steph.
black.
Tell them the
That's
truth.
it.
It's ugly.
I said it. Didn't I say it was ugly?
Did you say that?
I think I
Okay,
did.
all right.
Yeah.
The only thing that I like on that fireplace is the basket, bro.
The basket? That doesn't belong there either. Is that like a laundry basket?
I'm just saying, it's just a basket. I like the color of the basket because it's a natural color.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I appreciate.
No,
and
and
then
then
the bookshelves on the left.
Is this a kid's room?
I don't know, bro. There shouldn't be a fireplace in a kid's room. This is the living room. That's where they hold all the books, where they read the books at night to kids.
In the living room?
Yeah, that's where they store their books. Dude, I have my books on my... Dude, don't make me show you my house. I got books in my living room. My daughter stores them like kind of like that at the bottom.
I think it would look nicer with like a closed off little library. So you don't see
Wait, now
all
you're
the
talking
different
about my house?
colors. No,
No, I'm
I'm not
just
saying anything. I'm not saying anyone specific. But
Just
if the
playing,
shoe
Steph.
fits,
I'm just playing. Okay, so you're saying you agree this fireplace is ugly?
Yeah.
Okay, how should it have looked, Johnny?
that is beautiful.
You see?
Yeah, it's nice.
That's
Nice, sleek.
And for the people that are going to say, Roger, you just said, or Stephanie, you just said not to paint the bricks black. But if you are going to paint them black,
Do it right.
this is how. Right?
It's nice
The
like
mantle
that.
is what color? It's not black. Is it?
Like a nice cognac.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And then the gold accents, the different textures on top of the mantle, the colors that how they balance all the colors. We were talking about that last time.
Yeah.
You see the chair on the left has a nice color. The table's a different color. The chair on the right is a different color. The little pot holding the plant.
Yeah.
All of these textures, all these colors, they just tie this very nice. And this is what you call styling, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
You really need to have a good eye for this type of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why it's important to ask a designer.
Yeah. And if you
How to
can't
style
afford
it.
a design, what if they can't afford a designer, Steph? Should they just go to DIY Pinterest and then figure it out themselves? What do you think?
Listen, there's a lot of good inspiration on Pinterest.
Mhm.
It's just there's also a lot of bad, you know?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
that's why I think it's important to ask maybe like the experts, flooring experts, people that have done
specialize
interior design.
specialize only in that one thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
So they can tell you, okay, this is legit, you know?
You know what would have ruined this fireplace?
Mm.
If they would have put the elongated fireplace in there.
Yeah.
Figured out a way
Yeah.
to cut holes
Like
in
it's-
in there and make elongated one. It would have looked hideous.
Like it's rectangular, but it's not super long.
Yeah.
So it looks good
hmm
because it kind of keeps that timeless look.
Yeah. And then we didn't talk about there's wood floors right there, and the wood
Mhm.
floors are warm colored.
I think this is
Perfect.
perfect, honestly.
Perfect,
Yeah,
perfect,
there's
perfect.
nothing wrong with this one.
There you go, guys.
That's how you do it.
What's the next one?
That's
All right.
it.
So this one is gonna end. Any final comments on this episode? Obviously, we're gonna show them some more. We had some other ones we haven't talked about for them to know. We're gonna show them what we would like on a Spanish style fireplace.
Right. Like fireplaces particular to specific styles, right?
So the next podcast will have
Mhm.
the Spanish style and other fails
Yeah.
that we're gonna show them. Right.
Yes.
So stay
Yes.
tuned to the next podcast.
for part 2.
Part 2.